Welcome to the garage here at Basin Motorsports. So if you've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know today is the day we say goodbye to the WideFox. So I posted it up for sale in January after deliberating on it for a couple months and finally have a buyer for it. So today we are going to get it loaded onto a transport truck headed east out to its new buyer. So as you can see behind, I've got it just warming up. It's a little after it's like 9:45 this morning, meeting the transport truck in 15 minutes, so it's time to get her loaded up and head out. So here it is, almost 10. I'm a few minutes early meeting the transport truck. So the buyer is not local to me. He is east of me. So we're going to ship the car. I've been working on this for maybe a week to a week and a half to get paid and to get transport set up in that. So the transporter said he'll be here at 10. Now last night, let me go back a couple days. The last couple days, I've been cleaning up the car, kind of cleaning it out. The new buyer did not want the tire letters, so I took those off since they were kind of specific to me anyway. Those are taken off. They were not exactly easy to take off, but I did get them off. Made a quick video on it, so it is out on the channel, just called How to Remove Permanent Stick-On Tire Letters. Very simple. It's only about 4.5 minutes because it's a pretty easy process other than it just takes some time. It's kind of tedious to get it done, but it's done. Then I wiped the car down last night, and I tell you what, I got done wiping out, and I was so proud of this car that everything I've done with it, I got shown on hotrod.com, Mustang and Fast Forward on Facebook, shared it. What else have I done? It's on the Race Lures site. It's been in the Avery Dennison contest. It's been in a Haynes contest. I did submit it for our Hot Wheels Legends Tour this year, but I don't think I'll be able to do that because the next step in it was a walk-around video of it. Now, I did take some of that today, more or less just to document the condition as it's sent out to this new buyer. The new owner gets it. They can make sure that when they receive it, it is in the exact condition as it left here, or otherwise we can work on any damages. Hopefully keep your fingers crossed this thing is going to show up in pristine condition, other than probably a little bit of dirty just from headed out. But I wiped it down last night. I was very, very proud of it. At the end of wiping it down, I stood back, I took a picture, sent it to the buyer. It was like 10 o'clock last night, and I was like, man, think of how far I've come in this car. And people scoffed when I said it took 1,000 hours to build it. But you think about it, this was a crusty, oily, very original 1980 car when I got it off Craigslist for $700 just over 5 years ago. About 5 years and 2 weeks, literally, is when I bought it. Brought it home on a trailer. Engine swap, trans swap, rear axle swap, 5-lug swap, big brake kit, lengthening the harness, tucking the harness, the TFI module relocation from Fat Fox. You've got a new radiator. Half the interior in this car is new. It's just a lot. And you go into the vinyl wrap, which took a lot of time to figure out how to do. Batteries in the trunk. I mean, you name it, this car has a lot of work into it. And whether you want to argue over how much time, let's just say a lot, but it is there. And I see the transport truck is here, so stand by. I'll get some video loading it up, and then we'll go back to the house and talk about what's coming next. So you can imagine as we were driving away, leaving the car there with the transporter, it was a kind of an interesting moment. I was happy that it was sold. I was sad to see it go. But I was also, like I said, very proud of the car itself. It's come a long way. My wife mentioned to me, she said, well, I think you can now consider yourself a true builder, right? Because I took the car, you know, it was, I won't say it was a barn find, but it was just a deserted kind of car that was about to go to the scrapyard. The guy that I bought it from wanted the engine and really had zero interest in the whole car. So I got it for a really good deal. I think I got it for $700 5 years ago. So at the time, that was still a pretty good deal compared to what it is today. So coming back to the garage, you know, it's been 24 hours now. You can see I'm sitting where the car was. You know, it's been quite interesting. Somebody had sent me some pictures last night of it going down I-5 on a trailer, which is cool. I hope that continues. I sent it over to the buyer, and he was just like, man, look at this thing coming to me. So it was going to make kind of a southern route to Lake Havasu to drop the truck that was on the trailer already. And then it was headed out east to the new buyer. It should be out there in a few days. Now, I have had a lot of support on this car from various companies with products and that, so I want to make sure I say thank you very much to them for supporting me, believing in me all this time, over 5 years. And they are, first and foremost, Design Engineering. They were the first sponsor I think I had, or supporter. They were the first ones on the WideFox that jumped in immediately, and they helped out with some boom mat. They helped out with some boots for the spark plug wires, all of the stuff for the engine harness tucking, all the spiral loom and all that stuff. They were able to help me with that, and it was fantastic. So I hope the new owner is very appreciative of that, getting some good products with them. Now, of course, the family that owns Team Z, the Team Z Motorsports, they jumped in also with the radiator lower support and some caster camber plates that I've definitely put to use. So thank you to Dave and his family that runs Team Z Motorsports. They were a huge help. I think the videos are still doing very well on their site, and I hope you guys have watched it and given them your business for their awesome products. Now, of course, you got to say thank you to Rob down at Custom Tire Letters for helping me out with a set of tire letters. That video has done pretty darn well. I think the last I looked, it was about 85,000 views, and I know you guys have clicked on the link in the description of the video. That is also in the install plus the removal, and hopefully you'll give him some business if you're interested. He was a huge help, and I'm appreciative of that. Gave it a very distinct look for the WideFox. Of course, you can't forget Fat Fox for helping out with the TFI relocation module. After I tried to build my own, they helped me out with one of their good kits, and the car has never run as well. It has run fantastic, I should say. It was a great addition. The new owner will have zero problems with their TFI module now that's out of the engine bay, and it should run very well. So Fat Fox, thanks for the support. We appreciate you. Now, of course, one of the distinctive marks on the last bit of the hood was the race louvers that I put on the center and the side vents on the race louver there. So the car, when I tell you what, when I took it out and I drove it out to drive to the transporter, it actually was running cooler. I can tell you, the car normally ran on the dial, on the old dial on where it says normal. It was normally, it ran up in the A range of the temperature. When I drove it now with the race louvers, it was in the M. So I don't know how much difference that is, but it was probably a good 10-degree difference, maybe. It was a cool morning, but I will give all the credit to Race Louvers for their awesome hood louvers. The products did make a difference. I didn't get to do a great job of showcasing that, but I can tell you it did make a difference in how much the car ran and keeping it cool. And of course, I'll give a quick shout out to Super Clean. They jumped in right at the very end with some products. Most of that is really going to go to the Porsche build and finish that up, because I've already done the degreasing on the 86 sitting over here, and the WideFox is already done. So Super Clean, thank you for the products. I did use them, the wheel cleaner on the wheels on the WideFox, so that is going out there. It cut the brake dust buildup from the Brumbos especially, got rid of that very easily. Had no issues with it. Someone mentioned staining, didn't have any issues, and they look fantastic. So you will see them again in the 944 or the Phoenix build coming up soon. So obviously this is the end of the WideFox build. It will live on with a new enthusiast, and I believe he has a couple sons that are So excited to have that car. So coming up for the channel will be the 86 finish. This is my next one. Obviously, I have now 2 bays in the main garage to finish this car so I can spread it out a little bit. I'm almost done sanding. You can see how dusty and everything it is in there. I'm almost done sanding on this. I have about another 30 minutes. I will finish up this weekend. I will back it out, clean it all off, clean up this bay, and then I'm going to pull it back in, paint the trim on it, the factory charcoal gray with some SEM product. I will paint that. I will then resand the car down to 1500 grit by hand. I don't need to use DA or anything. So I'll do it by hand from there. I'm going to vinyl wrap the whole car itself, which will leave me the hood and the 2 bumpers, the front and rear bumpers, to finish up, which I will then move the bay. I'm going to push the bay over to where the WideFox sat, so I can now vinyl wrap the car over there, and then I can do paint and body work over here in this bay where the WideFox sat. Once that is done, I probably might leave the bay up actually and get the Porsche. So I will have this done completely finished. It will become my new show car, maybe my rally car if I can get it done in time. And then I will bring the Porsche in. I'm in between bringing the Mustang and the Porsche in though. I'm going to put in a 2-post lift in this side. I've already got the pad prepped when we put the ground in, or put the concrete pad in. 6 years ago when we built this garage, I poured an extra thick pad for a 2-post lift, and I've already got it wired, so it's going to be easy to do. It'll already have power, and we'll get that put in and documented, and then the Porsche build will start. I'm already working on a design for it on the exterior itself. The maintenance on it should be pretty easy to do other than cleaning the fuel system out, and I hope, keep your fingers crossed, it fires right up, and then I'll kind of tell you the long-term plan of it. It is going to be the new Halo car. The 944 will be the car that the Basin Motorsports will be known for going forward. So that's it. Guys, don't be sad. Don't be disappointed that the car... I'm not done with Mustangs yet, I don't think. I still have all the body panels to do a all steel, all metal wide body. I still just haven't decided how I want to go about that yet. If I want to do another coupe, if I want to do another hatchback. Heck, who knows? We may just tear apart this 86 and make it the wide body. We don't know. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you. It's going to be 142 videos into the WideFox series over 5 years, which is an extreme amount of footage. I've had a huge time, had a blessed time doing that, and it will live out there forever as long as Google and YouTube don't crash. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time as we jump back in the 86, and I hope you have enjoyed the WideFox.